Rejection, a single word, yet it carries the weight of 1,000 unspoken criticisms. From the playground to the boardroom, the sting of rejection is a universal experience. We've all felt it. That sinking feeling in our stomach, the tightness in our chest, the sudden rush of self-doubt. Whether it's a romantic rejection, a missed job opportunity, or a simple no to a request, rejection has the power to shake our confidence. Even the most successful people have faced rejection at some point in their journey. Their stories are not of immunity to rejection, but of resilience in the face of it. Rejection can manifest in various forms. It can be a blatant no, a subtle dismissal, or even the deafening silence of unanswered prayers. But what if this imprint, this seemingly negative mark, could be transformed into something positive? Rejection is more than just a fleeting feeling, it's a complex emotional experience. It can trigger a cascade of negative emotions from disappointment and sadness to anger and shame. These emotions, if left unchecked, can lead to self-doubt, low self-esteem, and even depression. Understanding the emotional impact of rejection is crucial to developing effective coping mechanisms. One reason rejection hits so hard is its perceived impact on our sense of belonging. As social creatures, we crave connection and acceptance. Rejection can feel like a threat to our social standing, leaving us feeling isolated and alone. Beyond the immediate emotional response, rejection can also have long-term consequences. It can lead to avoidance behaviors, where we shy away from situations that might lead to further rejection. However, understanding the psychological mechanisms behind rejection can empower us to take control of our emotional responses. Rejection, while often painful, doesn't have to define us. It can be a powerful catalyst for growth and self-discovery. The key lies in reframing our perspective on rejection, seeing it as a valuable learning experience. This shift requires a conscious effort to challenge our ingrained beliefs about rejection. One effective way to reframe rejection is to view it as feedback. Instead of internalizing rejection as a personal failure, we can choose to see it as valuable information about what we need to improve. Another powerful reframing technique is to focus on the opportunities that rejection creates. Often, a closed door leads to an open window, revealing a path we might not have considered otherwise. By reframing rejection as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, we can harness its power for positive change. This shift in perspective empowers us to take control of our response. This essay will serve as your guide to navigating the often turbulent landscape of rejection. We'll explore the emotional impact of rejection, delve into the psychology behind why it hurts so much, and equip you with practical strategies to cope with rejection. It's about cultivating resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks stronger and wiser. It's about embracing rejection as an inevitable part of life and learning to use it as fuel for growth. We'll dissect the common misconceptions surrounding rejection, exposing the fallacy that it's a measure of our worth. We'll explore how societal pressures and cultural narratives contribute to our negative perception of rejection. This essay is a journey of self-discovery, a path towards understanding our own resilience. Throughout this journey, we'll provide you with practical tools and techniques to manage the emotional fallout of rejection. This is not just theoretical knowledge, it's a practical guide to building emotional resilience. It's about empowering you to take control of your emotional responses and create a more fulfilling life. The primal wound, rejection in its various forms, strikes a chord deep within our primal selves. It triggers an ancient alarm system, a legacy from our hunter-gatherer ancestors for whom social acceptance was synonymous with survival. Ostracization from the tribe meant a loss of protection, resources, and ultimately, life itself. This primal fear of isolation is etched into our DNA. influencing our emotional responses to rejection even in modern times. While the consequences of rejection today rarely pose an existential threat, our brains still interpret social exclusion as a signal of danger. This ingrained response explains why rejection can feel so intensely personal, even when it's not. Our emotional brain, the limbic system, takes over, bypassing logic and reason. We experience a surge of negative emotions, shame, sadness, anger, and fear. Understanding the biological underpinnings of our reaction to rejection can help us manage these intense emotions more effectively. The echo of evolution. Our evolutionary history has shaped our social needs and our responses to rejection. In the past, belonging to a group was essential for survival. The tribe provided protection from predators, access to food and resources, and the opportunity to reproduce. Rejection from the group meant facing these challenges alone, a daunting prospect that often meant certain death. This deep-seated fear of isolation continues to influence our emotional responses to rejection, even in the relative safety of modern society. Today, while physical survival may not be at stake, our social connections remain crucial for our well-being. We rely on our relationships for emotional support, validation, and a sense of belonging. Rejection can threaten these connections, triggering feelings of loneliness, isolation, and social anxiety. The fear of being ostracized, a primal fear rooted in our survival instincts, can be heightened in the hyper-connected world of social media. The distortion of reality. Rejection has a peculiar way of distorting our perception of reality. When faced with rejection, our brains often go into overdrive, analyzing and overanalyzing every detail of the situation. We replay conversations in our heads, searching for hidden meanings and subtle cues that might explain the rejection. This rumination can lead to a negative thought spiral, where we magnify our perceived flaws and minimize our strengths. We start to see ourselves through the lens of rejection, distorting our self-image and eroding our self-esteem. This negative self-talk can be incredibly damaging. It reinforces our insecurities and strengthens our belief that we are somehow unworthy or inadequate. The self-esteem spiral can be particularly challenging to break free from because it often operates on a subconscious level. By paying attention to our inner dialogue, we can start to identify the negative thought patterns that contribute to our low self-esteem. Beyond the personal, one of the most effective ways to cope with rejection is to detach from the personal sting it inflicts. This involves recognizing that rejection is not always about us. Often it's a result of external factors, circumstances beyond our control. By understanding that rejection is often a matter of circumstance, timing, or fit, we can begin to separate our self-worth from the outcome. This detachment doesn't mean minimizing the pain of rejection. It simply means reframing the experience, shifting our focus from internal flaws to external factors. This shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering. It allows us to move forward without internalizing the rejection as a personal failure. By understanding that rejection is not always a reflection of our worth, we can begin to build a healthier relationship with ourselves and with the inevitable setbacks that life throws our way. The power of perspective. Rejection, while often painful, can also be a powerful force for redirection. Sometimes a closed door is simply a sign that we're meant for a different path. It's the universe's way of nudging us towards opportunities better aligned with our values and talents. This perspective shift requires embracing the unknown and trusting in hidden opportunities for growth. Rejection is not the end, but a detour, a course correction on our journey. Consider the stories of countless successful individuals who faced rejection early in their careers. These stories are testaments to the power of resilience and the transformative potential of rejection. Reframing rejection as redirection requires a shift in our mindset. Instead of viewing rejection as failure, see it as an invitation to explore new possibilities. This process can be daunting, but it's also incredibly liberating. Embrace the uncertainty of the future with courage and optimism. By adopting this perspective, we transform rejection into a positive catalyst for change. We emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. Rejection becomes a launchpad for growth and self-discovery. From hurt to healing. Processing rejection is crucial for healing and moving forward. Acknowledge and validate your feelings. Engage in self-compassion and treat yourself kindly. Recognize that mistakes are part of learning. Seek support from friends and family. Engage in self-care activities like exercise and meditation. Prioritize well-being to navigate rejection and emerge stronger. Rejection often feels like a dead end, a final verdict on our abilities or worth. However, hidden within the sting of rejection lies a valuable opportunity for growth feedback. Feedback provides insights into our blind spots, highlighting areas where we can refine our skills. It's like receiving a personalized roadmap for growth. The value of feedback lies in its ability to transform a negative experience into a positive learning opportunity. Instead of internalizing rejection as a personal failure, we can choose to see it as valuable information about what we need to improve. Seeking feedback after rejection requires courage and humility. It's about putting aside our ego and acknowledging that we don't have all the answers. It's about approaching the situation with a genuine desire to learn and grow rather than with defensiveness or self-justification. The art of asking for feedback lies in framing the request in a way that encourages open and honest communication. When seeking feedback, it's important to be specific. Instead of asking vague questions like, "What did I do wrong?" Try asking more targeted questions like, "What could I have done differently in the interview?" Or "What specific skills or experience are you looking for in a candidate?" Specific questions elicit more specific answers, providing more actionable insights for improvement. The timing of our request is also crucial. Immediately after a rejection, we might be too emotionally charged to receive feedback objectively. It's best to allow ourselves some time to process our emotions before reaching out. Once we've regained our composure, we can approach the situation with greater clarity and objectivity. When we receive feedback, it's important to listen actively and without interruption. Resist the urge to defend ourselves or explain away our shortcomings. Instead, focus on understanding the other person's perspective and extracting valuable insights from their feedback. By approaching feedback with an open mind and a willingness to learn, we can transform rejection into a powerful opportunity for growth. Receiving feedback is only the first step. The real work lies in analyzing the feedback and extracting actionable insights. It's like conducting a forensic investigation, carefully examining the evidence to understand what went wrong and how we can prevent similar outcomes in the future. Once we've identified the key areas for improvement, we can develop more targeted and effective strategies for improvement. Analyzing feedback can be challenging but empowering. Bridging the gap. Identify areas to bridge the gap between current abilities and success requirements. Assess strengths and weaknesses honestly. Acknowledge limitations and embrace growth. Honest self-reflection is essential for growth. Develop targeted strategies to transform weaknesses into strengths. Create a plan with concrete steps for continuous improvement. The power of self-assessment. Self-assessment is a powerful tool for growth. It's about introspection, examining our strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations, recognize unique talents and areas for improvement. Honest self-reflection is essential for navigating life's challenges. It requires courage and vulnerability. Be honest, confront limitations, and embrace growth. Charting the course. Once we've identified areas for improvement through self-assessment and feedback, the next step is to create a concrete action plan for growth. This plan should outline specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound goals, along with the steps we will take to achieve them. It's about translating our insights into action, transforming our desire for improvement into tangible progress. Start by prioritizing our goals. Which areas are most critical for our growth and development? Which goals will have the biggest impact on our overall success? Focus on a few key areas to avoid feeling overwhelmed and increase our chances of making meaningful progress. Next, break down each goal into smaller, more manageable steps. This makes the overall goal less daunting and provides a clear roadmap for action. For example, if our goal is to improve our public speaking skills, we might break it down into smaller steps like joining a Toastmasters club, practicing our speeches in front of a mirror, and seeking feedback from trusted friends or colleagues. Finally, set a timeline for achieving each goal and track our progress along the way. This helps us stay motivated and accountable. Regularly review our progress and make adjustments to our plan as needed. The journey of self-improvement is an ongoing process requiring continuous effort, adaptation, and a willingness to learn and grow from our experiences. The forging of resilience. Resilience is a muscle strengthened through challenges. Rejection is a potent exercise for this resilience muscle. Each no adds strength to our emotional armor. We emerge stronger with each challenge we overcome. Embracing the no means accepting rejection as part of life. Rejection is a sign we are pushing beyond comfort zones. The more we face rejection, the less power it holds. Each no desensitizes us to rejection's sting. It's about building emotional resilience, not indifference. Embracing the no is crucial for resilience. Rejection is an opportunity for growth and strength. Rejection as a crucible. Rejection can be a powerful crucible for personal growth. Like a blacksmith forging steel, rejection tempers our character and sharpens our focus. It's through these trials that we discover our true mettle. Embrace rejection as a catalyst for growth and transformation. The art of bouncing back resilience is not just about enduring hardship. It's about bouncing back from setbacks with renewed vigor and determination. Developing a recovery ritual, a personalized strategy for processing and recovering from rejection, is essential for building emotional resilience. This ritual should be tailored to our individual needs and preferences, incorporating activities that help us regulate our emotions, restore our sense of self-worth, and refocus our energy on our goals. This ritual might involve taking time for self-reflection, journaling about our feelings, engaging in mindfulness practices, or seeking support from trusted friends or mentors. It could also include activities that promote physical and emotional well-being, such as exercise, spending time in nature, or pursuing creative endeavors. The key is to create a routine that helps us process our emotions in a healthy and constructive way, allowing us to move forward without being weighed down by negativity. This ritual should be a source of comfort and renewal, a safe space where we can recharge our emotional batteries and prepare ourselves for the next challenge. Developing a recovery ritual is an act of self-care, a recognition that our emotional well-being is just as important as our physical health. It's about prioritizing our mental and emotional health, creating a foundation of resilience that will support us through the inevitable ups and downs of life. From setback to springboard, rejection can be a powerful motivator, a catalyst for growth and self-improvement. Instead of allowing rejection to defeat us, we can choose to turn it into fuel for our journey. Reframe rejection as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. Transform negative energy into positive momentum towards our goals. Reframing the narrative. Rejection often feels like a full stop, the end of a chapter. However, with a shift in perspective, we can reframe rejection as a comma, a pause before a new beginning. It's about recognizing that rejection is not the end of the story, but a stepping stone on our path towards success. This reframing requires a willingness to let go of our attachment to specific outcomes and embrace the uncertainty of the journey. Often, rejection redirects us towards opportunities that are better suited to our talents and aspirations. A closed door in one area might lead to an open window in another, revealing a path we might not have considered otherwise. This redirection can be a blessing in disguise, leading us towards greater fulfillment and success. Reframing rejection as a stepping stone requires a shift in our mindset. Instead of viewing rejection as a sign of failure, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth and redirection. It's about trusting that even in disappointment, there is a hidden opportunity for something greater. By reframing the narrative of rejection, we empower ourselves to move forward with renewed purpose and optimism. We transform rejection from a roadblock into a stepping stone, propelling us closer to our dreams. The power of short-term goals. Setting short-term goals after rejection can be a powerful strategy for building momentum and regaining our sense of control. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, providing a clear roadmap for action. They should also be aligned with our long-term vision, serving as stepping stones towards our ultimate objectives. Short-term goals provide a sense of accomplishment and progress, boosting our confidence and motivation. Each small victory, each step forward, reinforces our belief in our ability to achieve our goals, creating a positive feedback loop that propels us forward. These goals can be related to the area where we experienced rejection, focusing on specific skills or experiences we need to develop. For example, if we were rejected for a job, we might set short-term goals to improve our interviewing skills, expand our professional network, or acquire new certifications. Alternatively, short-term goals can be unrelated to the rejection, focusing on other areas of our lives where we want to make progress. This can be a valuable way to regain our sense of control and build momentum in other areas, creating a positive ripple effect that can boost our overall confidence and well-being. The long game. While short-term goals provide immediate motivation and a sense of progress, it's equally important to keep our long-term vision in focus. This vision represents our ultimate aspirations, the big picture of what we want to achieve in life. It serves as our guiding star, providing direction and purpose during times of challenge and uncertainty. Rejection can sometimes make us question our long-term vision, causing us to doubt our abilities or lose sight of our goals. However, it's crucial to remember that rejection is a temporary setback, a detour on the road to success. It doesn't invalidate our long-term vision. It simply requires us to adapt and adjust our course. By keeping our long-term vision in mind, we can maintain perspective during times of rejection. We remember that each setback, each no, is simply a small bump in the road, a temporary obstacle on our journey towards a greater destination. This perspective helps us maintain our motivation, persevere through challenges, and ultimately achieve our long-term goals. The hidden gift. Rejection often feels like a loss, a missed opportunity. However, with a shift in perspective, we can see rejection as a hidden opportunity. It's about embracing the unexpected, trusting that even in disappointment, there is a seed of opportunity. Rejection can be a catalyst for self-discovery and growth. It can lead us down unexpected paths, opening new doors. Rejection can also be a powerful motivator, fueling our desire to improve. By recognizing the opportunity within rejection, we transform it into a positive catalyst for change. Rejection as redirection. Rejection often feels like a deviation from our planned route. Sometimes these detours lead us to destinations even more remarkable. Rejection can guide us towards paths better aligned with our talents. Trust that the universe has a plan. Consider the stories of countless successful individuals redirected by rejection. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job. This led her to host The Oprah Winfrey Show, launching her into stardom. These stories are testaments to the transformative power of rejection. Rejection can force us to reevaluate our assumptions about success. It can push us outside our comfort zones, encouraging exploration. This process can lead to unexpected discoveries and opportunities. By embracing rejection, we open ourselves to serendipitous encounters. We learn to trust the journey, even on unfamiliar roads. Sometimes the most rewarding destinations are the ones we never planned to visit. The power of no rejection drives us to think outside the box and develop creative solutions. It forces us to reevaluate our approach and explore new possibilities. This can lead to breakthroughs and innovations. Embrace rejection as fuel for our creative fire. James Dyson faced countless rejections before perfecting his invention. Each no fueled his determination, revolutionizing the vacuum cleaner industry. Rejection inspires innovation and drives us towards breakthrough solutions. Beyond the immediate. Rejection often triggers a focus on the immediate, the sting of disappointment, the perceived loss of opportunity. However, by shifting our perspective to the long term, we can begin to see rejection not as an ending, but as a necessary step on the path towards growth and fulfillment. It's about recognizing that setbacks are temporary, while the lessons we learn from them can have a lasting impact on our lives. Long-term growth is not a linear progression. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and occasional detours. Rejection is simply one of those detours, an opportunity to course correct, to refine our approach, and to emerge stronger and more resilient. It's about trusting that even in the midst of disappointment, we are moving closer to our ultimate goals. By focusing on long-term growth, we can maintain perspective during times of rejection. We remember that each setback, each no, is simply a small bump in the road, a temporary obstacle on our journey towards a greater destination. This perspective helps us maintain our motivation, persevere through challenges, and ultimately achieve our long-term goals. Focusing on the long game is about maintaining a sense of purpose and direction, even in the face of adversity. It's about trusting in our ability to overcome challenges, adapt to change, and ultimately achieve our dreams. Redefining success. Our society often defines success in terms of external validation, accolades, awards, recognition, and approval from others. However, true success is not about external validation, it's about internal fulfillment, about living a life aligned with our values and pursuing our passions with purpose and integrity. Rejection can be a valuable opportunity to redefine success on our own terms, moving beyond the need for external validation and focusing on what truly matters to us. Rejection can free us from the pressure to conform to societal expectations, allowing us to define success based on our own internal compass. It can empower us to pursue our passions authentically, without being swayed by the opinions of others. This newfound freedom can lead to a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment, regardless of external outcomes. Rejection can also teach us the importance of self-validation, of recognizing our own worth and celebrating our own achievements, regardless of external recognition. This self-validation becomes a source of inner strength and resilience, enabling us to navigate the challenges of life with greater confidence and self-assurance. By redefining success, we liberate ourselves from the limitations of external validation. We begin to measure our worth not by the opinions of others, but by our own internal compass, our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. It's about embracing our unique journey and celebrating our own unique definition of success. Embracing the journey. Rejection can be a valuable reminder that life is not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about embracing the ups and downs, the challenges and triumphs, and finding fulfillment in the process of growth and self-discovery. Rejection is simply one of the many experiences that shape us, that teach us valuable lessons, and that ultimately make our journey richer and more meaningful. Embracing the journey means letting go of our attachment to specific outcomes and focusing on the present moment. It's about savoring the small victories, appreciating the lessons learned, and finding joy in the process of becoming our best selves. Embracing the journey also means cultivating gratitude for the opportunities that rejection creates. Rejection can open doors to unexpected paths, introduce us to new people, and lead us to experiences that enrich our lives in countless ways. It's about recognizing that even in disappointment, there is something to be grateful for. By embracing the journey, we transform rejection from a negative experience into a valuable opportunity for growth and self-discovery. We learn to appreciate the richness and complexity of life, finding fulfillment not just in the destination, but in every step of the way. The alchemy of rejection. Rejection can be a potent catalyst for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. It's about learning to alchemize setbacks into opportunities. This transformation requires a shift in perspective and embracing the unexpected. Detached from the personal sting of rejection, it's often about circumstance, not your value. Reclaim your power by controlling your response to rejection. Learn from rejection, value feedback, and develop skills for growth. Transform setbacks into stepping stones, propelling you forward. Embrace rejection as a catalyst for growth and success. Embracing the unexpected. Rejection is an inevitable part of the human experience. It's a story we all share, a narrative of vulnerability and resilience. We can control our response to rejection, embracing the unexpected. Rejection is a crucial chapter in our evolution. Closed doors often lead to open windows, revealing new paths. The power of no fuels innovation and creativity. Embrace rejection as a springboard for growth. Focus on long-term growth. Setbacks are temporary. Redefine success on our own terms, finding fulfillment in the process. Rejection is the beginning of a new chapter. Embrace rejection to shape our story with courage and resilience.